Hi guys, so my name is Roylan Valdivia, and I run Valdivia Home Team out of Miami, Florida, and I have been running the team with the help of Elena herself.
Awesome. Thank you for doing this video, Roy. So I'm curious, you may not remember since we've been working a while now, but do you remember how you originally found out about Key Technology?
Yes, I think, and I'm saying I think, but I remember it was someone from the Follow Up Boss team actually was the one who told me, hey, I think you want to reach out to to Kee Technologies, and there's a young lady there that helps us out with the technology part of it. And yeah, it was a few years ago. So she can help you structure some of these action plans and all this other stuff that I wanted to do.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. You probably told me, but I forgot. So it's a good thing to remember. So before you hired us, do you remember what was your experience like with Follow Up Boss, or were you using Follow Up Boss? Did you use different CRMs?
Yeah, so I was definitely using a different CRM. I went into Follow Up Boss to use it because they said that it was simple, which it is. But there's a lot of other key components of it when you're growing a business that you really want to take advantage of. And that's the part that, I'm a tech savvy guy. I like technology. Not that I'm going to be on it for 10 hours a day trying to learn it. So I'm like, there has to be a better way for me to have someone take this and really put it to work the way that it should be, right? So then that's how I found you to honestly to make it easier. There's a lot of stuff that you open up my eyes to, and you still do a lot of the times that I'm like, I can't believe we haven't used that before. So with your experience, with your knowledge since the beginning phase of it, we've obviously seen our action plans, our text messaging, how to properly put a person where it needs to be so we can honestly follow up with it accordingly and then trigger that action plan. That has been honestly life-saving for me, and such of a simple way for me to explain our agents or our team on how to actually do it, right? Which is the best part about it. 2 clicks away or 1 click, and then it triggers every other action that is in there. So it's definitely made my life a lot easier.
Yeah, I was curious, what is your current team structure in your company?
Yeah, so our current team structure is seven of us, so 6 agents, and we have one admin who pretty much is the one that does everything for us. I didn't want to put her to do the follow-up boss or to meaning like to do the action plans and the triggers and everything else. Honestly, because it was just very complex to be able to do it. And I felt that we needed to find someone like yourself to definitely be able to do this, that has helped us out. A very simple thing is just creating that happy birthday campaign. That probably would have taken us, I don't know, a few hours or a day to figure out and then be like, okay, now we need to implement it. Right. And with your help, it's like, hey, Roy, it's already created and done for you. And I was like, really? So that has been able to allow us to streamline this process for us and has been able to, help us not having to worry what triggers what, right? Guys, this is what it does. All you need to do is put a stage, put a tag, and that's it. That's very simple, right? Hot, warm, or cold. Is it a buyer or a seller? And then we're going on with different stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious, have you onboarded any agents between the time we set up and today?
I have not. We have one pending next week.
Okay, I'll be curious to hear how that process goes with that agent learning follow-up boss and if you're able to learn it easily.
You know what we can do, which would be pretty cool, and obviously can be a service you can provide. Do like a training course on Follow Up Boss. I would actually prefer that better.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
That's a good
I
idea.
gave you a new way. Hey, so if you're getting a new agent on board, feel free for us to board them based on the systems that you have. Clearly, you have to know the systems. Like mine, you just redid it. And by the way, guys, Elena does a great job. She structures everything, and then I come up with this idea, and I kind of like tweak it. But then I have to go back to her to put it back or make it better. Which is learning. I have not touched it this time. I've left it as it is. no extra tags, no extra stages. It's basically clean as you created it for us now. So uh, definitely is one of the things. Look, I want to say to everybody who's trying to use your service, whether it's to follow up us or anything else that you might be helping them out with, I think the one of the things that I really want to come on here and give my time to you is because honestly, every time that I need you, that I need your service and your expertise, you always respond to me. You're always telling me, Roy, just let's schedule, let's jump on a quick call. So I truly appreciate that. I am sorry I'm doing this interview in a car, and I'm not doing it the way I should be doing it for you. But nevertheless, I think that for me, it's been one of the biggest, you know, eye openings or, a pleasure to work with you is that your customer service level is really, really, really good.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that can be something people make an assumption about. We've been working together for a couple of years now, and people may think because we're not a subscription model where you're just paying us one time, that people assume they'll lose us. Once we're done, we'll leave you to your own and ghost you essentially. But I appreciate you pointing that out, that we're available pretty much indefinitely to support you and follow up us. And like you said, we just worked with you to kind of revamp things. We did some refreshes on new campaigns in your account, and we're always innovating and coming up with new ideas for Follow Up Boss.
Yep.
So last question for you, Roy. If someone were on the fence about working with us, what would you tell them?
Well, you better jump out of that fence quickly, man, because it's gonna streamline your business. It just makes it a lot simpler. And like we were talking about, it costs. It's not. It's just so much more complicated, and it takes so much more of our time, at least my time, to be able to try to figure out that stuff. That I am glad that I found you, and I can say, hey, can you make this happen? And that is so much easier. And sometimes I have an idea and it takes me so much longer to actually do that idea myself instead of asking you, is there a way for us to introduce this to Follow Up Boss? So streamline the process. Elena and her team know it like the back of their hands. You're gonna be like, is this it? Was that simple? I just make two clicks and that's it. And that's pretty much what you want. And you want them to be able to help you honestly take Follow Up Boss to the next level, which is why you should hire them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's the goal. Keep it as simple as possible and automate as much as possible. So thank you so much for your kind words and for taking the time to do this interview.